Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be sharing something a little more personal. I'm going to share with you the honest lessons learned after my first year of trading futures. So it's officially been 13 months by the time I actually got this video put together. But in my first year, I pulled out $48,000 in prop firm payouts in my bank account. So nothing crazy, nothing to brag about, but it does mean that I was profitable, and it gives me some hope going into year number 2. So this year had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of moments where I genuinely questioned if I should keep going. But today I'm going to share with you the 7 biggest lessons learned and the things that I wish someone had told me when I first started. Or maybe I heard these things, but I wish I had actually listened. All right. So the first thing is take it slow and don't force a payout. One of my biggest mistakes early on was trying to do the math of like, if I make this much a day, I can get a payout in this many weeks. And every time I did the math, I blew my account. So trying to force a payout, it just puts your brain in scarcity mode. It makes you chase trades. It makes you overtrade. It makes you size too big. And you stop listening to price action. You stop actually paying attention to the chart, and you're listening to that pressure that you put on yourself instead. So if you are like me and you're the type of person who does all these calculations and it's causing issues for you, just like it did for me, do this math. Do the math on how much you're actually spending on prop firm evaluations and calculate how long it's actually taking you to get a payout. Because if you are going through that cycle of blowing accounts, it's probably taking you a while to get to a payout. So I'm guessing that you're spending more than you have to, and you're not actually getting payouts faster. So do that math, and maybe that'll help you slow down. But the lesson is slow down. And when I finally let go of those timelines, everything changed for me. Second thing is stop looking for the holy grail in trading. I wasted so much energy looking at other traders' strategies, trying new indicators, thinking that someone had the secret sauce. And I'll tell you, there is no holy grail. There are only tools, and those tools only work when you actually know how to use them. So when I committed to one simple strategy, and I journaled every trade, and I studied my own patterns, and I stopped chasing what everyone else was doing, that's what I made the progress. So pick your lane and stay in it. You're not going to build mastery by strategy hopping. What is that saying? Fear not the man who practices 10,000 kicks one time, but the man who practices one kick 10,000 times, right? That's the truth in trading too. Mastery is built through repetition and time in the market. So find one strategy that makes sense to you, learn it, journal it, tweak it to make it yours, and really use that to find your edge in the market. The third thing is less is more. Fewer trades. Take fewer, better trades. This one still challenges me. I still struggle with that mindset of working harder. You know, when times are tough, just push through and work harder. That works with everything else in life. Like if you're not getting good grades, study more. If you're not making enough sales, then get on the phones and make more dials. Work harder. I used to think that working harder in trading meant trading more. Stay in front of the computer more. Like trade more sessions. Trade the London session and the Asia session and the New York session. But in trading, working harder often means doing less. Overtrading has killed so many good weeks for me. So the biggest shift came when I started focusing on just a few high quality setups and instead of trying to catch every little move in the market and every single time it interacted with one of my levels. So focus on quality over quantity. One A+ trade per day beats 5 emotional FOMO trades where you oversized and you got stopped out at break even, and that just messes with your mental capital too. So slow down, stay patient, and take the right trades, because more trades is not better. I'm telling you, I learned that one the hard way. All right, number 4, track your trades. Journaling is non-negotiable, you guys. If you're not journaling, you're just guessing. And when you guess, you fall victim to recency bias. You're going to forget what burned you yesterday. You're going to forget the mistakes that you made last week. You're going to repeat the same mistakes again and again. So once I started journaling consistently, patterns, they just became obvious. Like, I learned what hours I perform best. I learned which setups actually work. I learned when to take the setup so that I didn't get stopped out at break even 2 times before the trade actually went in my direction. I was learning where I was sabotaging myself. Like, I started to figure out the patterns in my emotional psychology and learn what triggered tilt and all those things. So journaling is your roadmap, and without it, honestly, you're just trading blind. Number 5, you guys, trading is a skill. It takes time. This seems obvious, but emotionally, this took me months to accept. I expected myself to be perfect. Like, you hear all these people talking about how it takes 4 years to become profitable, or like, I lost money for the whole first year. I wanted to be better than that. So I expected myself to be perfect. I demanded excellence. But you guys, trading is like an instrument or a sport. You don't pick up a violin and just expect to like play in symphonies in 30 days. So why do we treat trading differently? So giving myself grace and accepting that the learning curve is real, it really helped me calm down and slow down. And when I allowed myself that time to make mistakes and the time to not get a payout this week, my trading actually improved. All right, so slow down, give yourself some grace. Number 6, you guys, predictions don't matter. Execution is what matters. I can't tell you, there were so many days, and there's still days, you guys, where I nail my levels. Like, I have my support and resistance levels to the T, and NQ just respects those levels perfectly as I expected. My bias was right, and all those things line up for a perfectly profitable day, right? But instead of walking away green, I sabotaged the trade. I sized too big. I moved my stop loss too early. I didn't take profit because I was too greedy, waiting for a home run trade, or I micromanaged the trade somehow and I screwed it all up. So those moments taught me something huge, you guys. Having the right idea means nothing if you can't execute it correctly. Execution is the real thing that matters. So that's honestly where journaling comes into play, because you have to figure out what you're doing wrong so you can improve your execution of your trade ideas. And finally, you guys, number 7, this is a big one. A small red day is a winning day in my book. This is one of the hardest truths in trading. Survival is the real goal, honestly. Like, just keep your account as long as possible. That's the real goal. Small red days are totally fine. They're a part of the game. It's the big red days that destroy your accounts, and they just destroy your confidence and your momentum that you've gained. If you can keep your red days smaller than your green days, you can win at this game of trading. My worst weeks weren't caused by a bad strategy or a bad price action. They were caused by 1 or 2 emotional blowups. So don't let big red days happen. Protect your capital no matter what. Like, seriously, risk management is key. And by protecting your capital, you'll be preserving your emotional and your mental capital as well, which is really important because you need to be able to stay fresh and ready and have your confidence ready to like bring your A game when it's time to trade again. So that is my first year in a nutshell, you guys. $48,000 in payouts, a ton of hard lessons, and a whole lot of growth. So hopefully this inspires you guys. If you are in your first year now, trust me, you're not behind, you're not failing, and you don't need to have it all figured out yet. So focus on your process and your discipline, more importantly, and you guys, the results will follow. So if you found this helpful, drop a like and subscribe for more trading content. And let me know in the comments, what is the biggest lesson that you have learned in trading so far? Thanks for watching, you guys. And here's to an even better year number 2.